Welcome again. Now we're on to the second film for the night. And this is another movie related to music. Just like I did with reviewing No Bad Blues. This time we're taking a look at a rock and roll film. This is about rock and roll. It says rock and romance exploited in a Texas town. That movie is John Travolta, Heather Graham, and Richard Jordan in Shout. It also has Linda Fonantino, I think it is. Yeah, we're taking a look at the 1991 film Shout, which is funny because this is actually a Good Times release. So one of the few Good Times Universal movies I have in my collection right there. But yeah, anyways, it just lets you know if you do decide to buy this film, if you do decide to watch this film, when you hit play movie, it'll show you the FBI warning. It will go from Good Times Home Video to Good Times Home Video DVD. It will say this film's modified. This is a full screen only. It will say that, and the Universal logo pops in. But you do get the Universal logo when you do start the film, when the film starts. I was like, okay. So yeah, I picked it up because of that. Which is funny because there's no rating on the back. Anywhere on the back of the DVD. I can show you right here. Nowhere. Nowhere, anywhere. But at the very end credits, there is a rating. You'll see PG-13 written on there. This is a PG-13 film. It even says PG-13 at the very end of the film. Now that I got all that way, let's talk about Shout. It was okay. It wasn't terrible, just okay. I think I like Mo Better Blues a little better with deal music. This film was just mediocre. The acting was so phoned in. I mean, some of the acting was just phoned in. The idea was cool. I mean, this film is taking place in the 1950s. I do believe it's 1958. So, the setting's cool. Like I said again, the acting was just super phony in the film. So, I guess I'll tell you the plot of it. John Travolta plays this... I'll basically run it down. The plot centers around this school for disciplined kids, kind of like AV schools or boarding house, similar to Boys Town in a sort of way, that thing. But it's basically a music teacher comes in and he basically helps these kids get into rock and roll. But this guy who owns this place is not keen on it. Oh, so this movie is basically just Dead Poet Society, but add music in it. The teacher, John Travolta's character, he plays, I do believe, Cabe. I think it's Jack Cabe. Yeah, I think it was, though. Yeah, so he plays, Jack Cabe, I think. I don't know. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't bad, just mediocre. It could have been better. Like I said again, it's your atypical music film. So, yeah. Pretty much about that. So, what did I like about this? Let's go for the positives, because I got a lot of negatives with this, and I got a lot of problems with it. Positive. I don't know. The positive I'd probably easily say is the setting. It takes place in Texas. I can't really find anything else other than that. It's just your atypical music film. So, yeah. Heather Graham plays also, I think she's Jess Tucker. No. I think that's James Walters, apparently from Beverly Hills 90210. Heather Graham, I think Heather Graham plays this Sarah Benedict. Her father runs the school, and her father is not against the whole music or the whole rock and roll scene. Also, interesting fact, Gwyneth Paltrow makes her debut. This was Gwyneth Paltrow's first movie. Yeah. This is what made Gwyneth Paltrow famous. And it's actually, apparently it was directed by the person who did the choreography for Flashdance. So, yeah. So, that's it. I guess it's time for the final verdict. Should you see Shout? Not really. Unless you want to watch John Travolta phoning it. If you want to watch a phone-in John Travolta performance, sure, why not? I'm going to keep this DVD because it's a Good Times release and I don't have too many of them. I have Grey Lady Down and Brewster's Millions. I will be covering both. I will be covering Brewster's Millions this month, so you'll be on the lookout for that. That's another Universal Good Times release. I do have that. And Grey Lady Down, which I do have that. You will maybe see that for this month. Not sure if I'm going to cover it this year, maybe next. We'll see. But as for Shout, I can't recommend Shout. If you want to see John Travolta at his worst, sure. If you want to see Heather Graham, her first role, one of her first roles, this might have been her third, I think it was her third role, then see this. But other than that, I would probably say just stay away from Shout. If you want a movie that dealt with rock music in school, that dealt with that, go watch School of Rock. School of Rock did a better plot than this. But yeah, that's review Shout. If I'm wrong, comment on the bottom, but honestly, it's just an atypical rock school music movie, however you want to say that. But yeah, the only way to get that movie, there's a DVD-R from the Vault series that was released by Universal, but if you want it on DVD, the Good Times release is the best way. To see this film. It's the only way to see this movie, and it's bare bones. I guess I'll show you in the back. Interesting fact: when I went to the chapter selection, it didn't say the chapters' names, but here they give you the chapters' names. Oh, I wasn't a fan of the cover art. I felt it was kind of pretty bad. But here's disc art. Nothing too fancy, but at least you get some disc art. Yeah, you get some disc art. Like I said, not something you need to see, but like I said, if you want to see some phone-in performance, I guess check it out. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I thought I don't know to compare either one or the other, and they're two different films. I honestly think Havana's better than this, and even that, like I said again, I'm going to say one more time, Havana's not a bad movie. This movie, on the other hand, makes Havana look like a masterpiece. I'm not comparing Havana to this, but when it comes to performances, at least Havana, they're not phoning in performances. This felt like they were just phoning in a performance. The ending was just ends. Not very good. It even had a crap ending. So honestly, I just can't recommend Shout. But anyways, that's my review of Shout. I'm rambling. So if you like what you see, do all the things. I probably don't have to say it again, but if you want to, just click subscribe, the bell, comment on the bottom, give it a like, whatever. If you think it's bad, if you think it's good, then put in the comments. If you agree with me and think it's bad, then put it as a bad. Then comment that the movie is bad. But like I said again, I don't know. Oh well, that's Shout. And I'll see you back here tomorrow at the next review. And we're going back to family films. That's the hint for next one. The two movies I'm going to cover are a new one and a rewatch, but you're going to have to tune into the channel to find out. So I'm rambling, hint, family films. I'll be tackling some family movies. Until then, that's it. I'm out. Have a good night. Thank you for watching. Come back tomorrow with the next review. It's going to be a family film.